If you're here looking for some new sexy secret to magically fix all your marketing problems, then let me help you save some time by encouraging you to click off this video as fast as humanly possible, because what I'm about to share with you in this video is not new, it's not sexy. Quite frankly, most people will go as far and say that it's boring and old since it's been around for almost 40 years. In this video, I'm going to break down 5 boring 1990s campaigns written by the legendary Gary Halbert that would still outconvert the majority of today's funnels. Gary is the man behind the famous coat of arms letter, which generated over $40 million in sales from just one single direct mail ad campaign. This is basically unheard of. So enough talk, let's just get straight into the first principle and the first ad campaign of this video. Alright, here we have the first letter from Gary Halbert. And this letter is called the dollar letter. Basically what he did here was that he attached a physical $1 bill to each of the envelopes that he was sending out to his prospects. He actually says, walking on the beach and coming up with a great idea is 1,000 times more worth than a lifetime of hard work. The big ideas is really what makes or breaks it all. Whenever people are standing over the bin to figure out which letters are they going to read or which are they just going to roll out, nobody's going to throw out money. And it's just different. People want to read this. This guy that I don't know about just sent me money. So see how you can try to create different approaches in your marketing campaigns in order to create an eye catcher. But don't be too frightened or scared off when the ideas doesn't just pop off like this. You have to get your creative fluence going. Let's move on to the next letter right here. This letter is called the Blackjack Secret. And let me just read the headline right here. The amazing Blackjack Secret of Las Vegas Mystery Man. Have you ever wondered why there's always so much excitement about winning money playing the casino game of Blackjack? Well, I'm going to tell you why. In fact, I'm going to tell you some more things about this amazing gambling game that you've probably never heard of before. Things that could possibly win you a lot of money and some things that just might stop you from ever gambling again. So please read these words carefully. Every word is true and it's been taking me the better part of my life to discover what I'm about to reveal to you. Read on. If you haven't guessed it, the main principle of this campaign right here is mysticism. Basically what this is that a thing that spikes curiosity and just there's some mystique over this. Like you can see it in the eyebrow, now revealed for the first time. There's novelty and mysticism. People want to know what this is, something that's revealed for the first time. And then the amazing Blackjack Secret. We are calling out like people who are interested in blackjack, but adding secret. People want to know secrets of Las Vegas Mystery Man. Mystery Man. People want to know who this mystery man is. And this entire opening drags people in because we are opening loops in it. Now, another thing that makes this letter even more successful is authority. As you can see here, Las Vegas Mystery Man. If there was any other city, if it said San Francisco Mystery Man, Boston, Orlando Mystery Man, it wouldn't hit the same. It wouldn't have the same credibility. But when it says Las Vegas, it has credibility, it has authority because people play blackjack over there. And when you have novelty and authority figures, people who know more than them and have all the answers or higher in the hierarchy in this topic and have credibility, people are drawn to that. And you can almost get anybody to do anything when you have established these two things. And that is why this ad just converts. So principle number 2, see how you can implement mysticism or novelty. And again, add on authority. Show ways that you're credible about this topic or any other ways that makes you more superior in this field. Let's move on to ad number 3. This ad is called the $1 Million Smile ad. Let's just start from the top right here. Have you ever wondered what you would look like with $1 million smile? Did you know that the quality of your smile has more direct effect on the personal and business relationship than any other part of your appearance? In fact, 88% of people in North America say that they always remember someone with an especially attractive smile. Not only that, 75% agree that unattractive smile can seriously hurt a person's chances of financial success. Perhaps that's why more than half of adults in America wish they could change their smile. Now, what is the main thing about this? If you haven't guessed it, it is speaking to the unaware market. This is just so much more powerful. Asking the question, have you ever wondered what you would look like with $1 million smile? These people are not aware of this. We're asking them a question to think, oh, wonder what I would look like if I had a $1 million smile. And then what we do here is that we create the pain through this by showing all these studies with the 88% and 75%. We are creating this pain in people's head of why they need to have a $1 million smile. They didn't know that they have this problem before this ad landed on their desk. Now, the advantage with unaware markets is that it's far bigger. Like the pool is so much bigger than people who are problem aware or product aware. There's not that many people who know they want $1 million smile. Like that's not something that most people they tend to think of on an everyday basis. Like some people do, that's correct, but not everybody. When we can speak to the unaware market and bring a problem or pain into the light that people haven't thought of or didn't know that they have, and when we can twist the knife here and actually create a problem and really show facts of what people say, it makes people realize something. So whenever you can do that in your own marketing campaign, try to speak to the unaware market. You will get a reach out to far more people. And this questioning, have you ever wondered, gets people to stop up and think, oh, maybe I have this problem. So that's campaign number 3. Number 4. This ad is called the government owes you ad. How to get what the US government owes you. 320 almost secret ways to get something back for your tax dollars right away. Dear taxpayer, what do you get? The poor gets federal housing, food stamps, and other welfare benefits. The rich get all the plenty allowance, lower interest rates, loans, and expenses accounts. What do you get? The answer to that is easy. You get to pay taxes. Isn't that nice? It is a bit depressing, isn't it? To work so hard for your money and then each year give Uncle Sam a bigger and bigger share of it. The principle of this ad campaign right here is Gary Halbert is really drilling in anger and envy. These are two really strong emotions for a human being. He's using anger in the headline that people like they owe you something. In the opening, he used envy. Like the poor get something, the rich get something, but what do you get? And emphasizing on this and making people feel envious. And these are just such a strong emotions and getting people mad on this problem. And these are just like ingrained in our human nature. You see anger. People can do the most wild things when they have anger. And when they have envy, you see relationships where people are jealous or have envy or stuff like that. They will tend to do the most outrageous things just by being envious. They will cross so many barriers to get what they want because they envy. The same goes to being angry. When you're truly angry at somebody, there's no limits. Especially the one thing with anger is that there's a problem here. In this case, it's the government and there's you. When you can go over on their side and start throwing rocks on the enemy, you become a part of their ally and you become more trustworthy and people will start to connect with you because your enemy is my enemy and therefore we become allies. And this is a classic thing that people do in copywriting and marketing. Really mastering this and using anger is such a killer tool. And there's actually a similar campaign that I saw from Dan Kennedy. He showed in a seminar. The headline was, "The IRS has had you long enough." And that statement was just pure anger. This was for the more affluent people, but he was also emphasizing on this being angry at the IRS because they are holding you back, and it crushed. The principle here is really the emotion, the core emotions, the almost dirty emotions that really is ingrained in human nature. For instance, in this campaign we have envy and anger, but you can use greed, lust, insecurity, shame, guilt, and all these other emotions that just makes people go nuts. They go crazy. There's so many of these that really is ingrained in the human behavior. And when we can speak to these instead of just only talking to the pain, like pain is an important thing to talk to, but when you can mix it with one of these emotions that is so ingrained in human nature, it just takes your copy to another level. And that's what Gary Halbert did in this. So that's principle number 4. Now the 5th and final letter here is the Tova ad perfume. And let me just give you a quick backstory of this. Gary Halbert was sent out to find a new perfume that Tova Tova, this girl right here, could promote for her collection. And he went out to these markets where they sold perfumes and asked like, what is the best selling perfume that they have? And then he went to this guy and he bought all the perfumes of this best selling perfume, went out and relabeled it. This perfume, it smelled really good and it was cheap. So he got thinking, how can I create the narrative of this campaign right here? So he landed on illegal sexual stimulant, and basically this just got people drawn in, and he had to make this such a big thing. So they rented the Century Plaza Hotel in Santa Monica instead of just some tiny place. So they made this big event and people just came flocking. Now the big thing about this letter right here, it is the headline. This is the headline over all headlines. So let me just read it for you. Wife of famous actor swears under oath that her new perfume does not contain illegal sexual stimulant. And this is just the killer headline, because first we have authority, wife of famous actor, that's authority, while simultaneously also creating curiosity, who is this famous actor? And then swears under oath, this creates stakes, like there's something on the line right here. And then we move on to new perfume. This is just like new and novel, people want new things. And then the last bit, swears under oath that her new perfume does not contain illegal sexual stimulant. The first thing that you tend to think of here is that, does it contain a legal stimulant? There's so many unanswered questions that you need to get answered, but the only way that you can get them answered is by being at this event right here. This is just so genius, because illegal sexual stimulant, it makes you feel rebellious as well. It really evokes something in you that most people never think of. Not that many people would write an ad like this or say things like this, and this just stands out and makes you feel rebellious. These things, illegal sexual stimulant, it's just such a genius move. All in all, this is one of the best headlines that's ever been made, and it's written by Gary Halbert himself. So the closer that you can get your headline to this, the better it is. There's almost nothing that comes close to this. See how you can imply authority, curiosity, stakes, a new and novel, and imply some kind of rebellious thing right here. And then you have it. That was all the 5 ad campaigns and all the 5 principles. I hope you can use them. I would really encourage you to go back and watch all these and see how you can try to figure out these things yourself and study it, master it, and then apply it yourself, because you'll figure out that these ad campaigns are just true treasures filled with pure gold. And that being said, hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Peace. Bye.